Syria has once again become the battleground for global power struggles, as Russia and the United States clashed during a heated UN Security Council meeting on Tuesday. Both countries accused each other of supporting terrorism, as fresh violence has seen Syrian rebels take control of Aleppo. The offensive, spearheaded by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, has sparked intense debates at the UN about Syria's escalating conflict. US Deputy Ambassador to the UN, Robert Wood, called for de-escalation and civilian protection, highlighting HTS's role in the rebel assault. The fact that HTS is listed as a terrorist group doesn't justify the Assad regime's atrocities with Russian backing, Wood stated, pointing to rising civilian casualties from airstrikes on schools and hospitals.
Colleagues, the United States is closely monitoring the situation in Syria. For many years, the Syrian government has been engaged in a civil war backed by Iran, Russia, and Hezbollah. All three of those actors have recently been distracted and weakened by conflicts elsewhere, and so it is no surprise that we have seen actors in Syria try and take advantage of that over the last several days.
Russia's UN ambassador, Vasily Nebenzia, fired back, accusing Washington of hypocrisy and failing to condemn the violence against Syrian civilians. "You were unable to summon the courage to condemn a clear terrorist attack," Nebenzia said, criticizing the US for supporting factions opposing Syria's government.
Your speech today became a clear confirmation of the double, or rather unscrupulous bottom of the foreign policy of the outgoing American administration. You did not find the courage to condemn the obvious terrorist attack carried out against peaceful citizens of Syrian cities who are struggling to establish a peaceful life, despite hundreds of illegal unilateral sanctions imposed by your country.
Nebenzia also slammed US policies in Syria, accusing Washington of prioritizing its military presence over Syrians' welfare.
Moreover, you slyly claimed that the attack on Aleppo and northwest Syria was carried out by some rebels, who in your vicious picture of the world are terrorists and extremists attacking those countries that pursue an independent foreign policy that does not meet the interests of the United States.
He further criticized the US occupation of parts of Syria, accusing Washington of exploiting the country's natural resources.
You did not even notice how you gave yourself away by promising to protect not the lives of ordinary Syrians, but only American soldiers illegally occupying certain areas of Syria and shamelessly plundering its natural resources. Today, we have once again seen that there are no crimes that the United States would not be willing to hush up for the sake of profit and gain. Be it the death of 45,000 peaceful Palestinians or a terrorist attack on peaceful Syrian cities by armed thugs.
On the ground, the fighting continues. Russian aerospace forces and the Syrian Arab Army have reportedly destroyed up to 100 terrorists, 12 tanks, 2 multiple launch rocket systems, and 27 vehicles in the past 24 hours, according to Russian military sources. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan held an urgent phone call to discuss the rapidly escalating situation in Syria. The Kremlin stressed the need for stronger cooperation between Russia, Turkey, and Iran to stabilize Syria and curb the rising aggression from radical groups.